Like you see things and you just, boom, you go and get it. You don't really take a second thought to sit back and ask yourself, oh, is this something that I need? Is this something that's going to be really useful to me? Can I actually afford to buy this thing? What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to dive into a very, very interesting topic. We're going to switch gears a little bit and we're going to get into a little psychology. Why is it that you love to overspend? And when I say you, I mean the average person. Most people that are watching this YouTube channel, watching this video right now, are probably not the wealthiest people on the block. Let's be completely honest. Myself included. This isn't a flex or anything like that. I'm not coming down on anybody or anything like that. I'm just being realistic, right? So, typically very wealthy people, very rich people, they are known for being more frugal or more cheap, typically. Now you do have like celebrities and entertainers and movie stars and rappers and things of that nature. But I mean, typically, most of the time, a lot of people notice that, or people that they know that are in the upper middle class or the lower upper class, typically they don't spend as much money as the everyday average consumer. And there's a few reasons for that. The first one that I want to get into is the fact that, honestly, most people firmly believe that it's easier to look rich than it is to get rich. And with that type of mindset, you say, oh, well, I don't have money. I'm never going to have money. So I might as well at least enjoy my life and, live like I have money. I might as well just enjoy it. YOLO, you only live once, right? That's typically like a big thing. And I haven't done like an official survey, but just talking to a bunch of people in my experience doing business with people, everyday networking, that's the thing that comes up a lot. There are people say things like, I don't understand, why such and such didn't donate $10 million to that cause, or I don't know why he doesn't just fix it. He has the money. And it's like, dude, like, one, you've never had that kind of money, so you don't understand it. Like, you don't understand that type of life. But seriously, like, a lot of times it's just easier to look rich than it is to become rich. One of the big things about this, one of the big reasons for this, goes into number two. The fact that the average person cannot delay gratification, right? They see something, it's like, oh, I want that. I gotta buy it. Oh, I want that. It's on sale. That looks fun. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you see things and you just, boom, you go and get it. You don't really take a second thought to sit back and ask yourself, oh, is this something that I need? Is this something that's gonna be really useful to me? Can I actually afford to buy this thing? That's a big thing. You just can't delay gratification. You see something, you want it. We live in the microwave generation. We live in the right now generation. We live in, a generation, a society where everything has to come instantly. And it's just, it's really sad because like you just go out here and spend all your money, especially if you've got a credit card. You just swipe, 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 swipe. And even if you have a debit card, you can swipe it just like a credit card. So like, yeah, you only have a finite amount of money on there, but you have infinite ability to swipe your arm up and down. So you just go and next thing you know, you've overdrafted $200. And then you have to pay a $30 fee for every transaction that you overdrafted. So literally the bank is making money from you spending money that you didn't really have. So when your paycheck comes, you have to pay back the money that you owed from the purchases you made. And you have to pay back the bank for being fiscally irresponsible. Congratulations. You just made the bank some money by spending money that you didn't have in the first place. Shame on you. Another big one, right? Like I said, we're getting into a little psychology here. The mindset of a consumer versus a producer. You have the typical person, the typical everyday average Joe that just goes out here and says, what can I get with this money? What can this money buy me? What can I obtain? What can I experience, right? Whereas when you have a producer mindset, you say, what can I do in order to use my money to make more money? Which is really the investor mindset. So you have the consumer and the investor. When you look, it depends on really how you look at money, right? If you look at money as this, this thing that I can use to get stuff, then you're always going to be focused on getting stuff. Oh, I need to save up so I can buy a new car. Or, oh, I need to save up so I can buy those new Jordans when they come out. Or, oh, Fashion Nova is about to have a sale soon, so I need to save my check so I can go, shop at Fashion Nova, or, so I can go shop at Nike or whatever. Or, oh, I want to go on this trip, so I need to save my money. It's amazing how, you can magically come up with money for a cruise, but you can't buy a piece of stock. It's amazing how that works. We know that technology is the future. We know we live in the information age. So at the very least, you have a Samsung phone if you have good taste. If you don't, you have an Apple product, whatever. But still, you know that smartphones are not going anywhere anytime soon. Why don't you have a piece of the stock of the phone that you use? You know what I'm saying? There's so much money out here that you can get if you just put your mind towards using your money to produce results instead of using your money to get things. So really, it comes down to your mindset. So if we backtrack real quick, right? One, it's easier to look rich than to actually be rich. I'm not going to say that there's even any truth to that, because literally, if you just reapply your effort, instead of trying to do things to get things, try to do things to make things happen. Try to do things to produce results. If you have a goal, if you have a dream, if you have something that you're trying to do, you need to be saving up and buying money for your business, for your idea, for your brand, right? Even if it's something like, if you braid hair, you need to be learning some new braiding techniques. You need to be getting out here trying to get some different quality hair, or some people, they put copper wiring in their hair, or they put jewelry in their hair. Whatever it is that you can do to enhance your business, your brand. If you cook, you can be buying better cooking equipment. If you're a YouTuber, you can save up and get yourself a better phone or a better camera, or, some lighting equipment. There's always something productive that you can do with your money, but you choose to consume instead of produce. And that's why people overspend. Typically, even if you're buying things, typically you're smarter with your money when you're making better decisions with it. When I say that is like I said earlier, right? If you're a YouTuber, I'm going to use that for example because I'm a YouTuber. If you're buying better camera equipment, typically, right, you're still not really going to overspend. Typically, you overspend on frivolous things that you don't need just because. What's number two? You can't delay gratification. There was actually I watched a TED Talk on this, and there was actually a study done about dopamine, and I don't want to mess this up because it was a long time since I watched it. But yeah, basically, we're dopamine junkies. We do things for pleasure, and we're such a pleasure-driven society. We're just fixated on what feels good at the moment and what's just just getting that butterfly feeling or whatever. And literally that's a part of that's why retail therapy is a thing. I'm not going to sit here and act like it doesn't feel good to be able to just go into your favorite store and buy the things that you actually want. That's a real thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's a big difference between you having your bills in the back of your head and then you going in there and being able to freely buy and shop and know that you don't have to worry about it because you've got your budget in order and you're spending money that you can actually afford to spend. You're getting things that you can actually afford to get. I'm not saying that you can't treat yourself, you can't enjoy your life, but do it responsibly. Stop going out here and just swiping your card and just doing stuff to look good for other people or to just feel good. Stop that. You'll feel a lot better if you make investments in your life, if you make investments in your idea and go out there and build yourself a business, build yourself a brand, get some passive income, and then you can reach this thing called financial freedom. You know, that thing where you're not enslaved to one paycheck, to one source of income. That thing where you get to a point in life to where you didn't even notice it was payday because it didn't matter, because every day's payday, or not even that every day is payday. Just the fact that you don't have to stress and worry. You don't have to borrow money to get into the club. You're not pooling money together with your friends to get, you know, the VIP section at the bar. You know, like, you're not doing little silly stuff like that. Like, seriously, man. And again, that goes down to that what? Consumer versus producer mindset. So that brings us to the last topic, right? And this is one that gets overlooked a whole lot, even though I do believe that, like, you know, whenever something goes on in my life, I like to look internally, but we do have to remind ourselves that we are affected by our environment and our external situation. So another reason why broke people tend to overspend is because, honestly, society, the market, is set up that way. You know, you can put a payment plan on anything. You can get a payment plan. It's easy to get a credit card, right? You'll have a high interest rate and you won't get any perks, but it's nothing to go out here and apply for a credit card, no credit check, but we're gonna charge you 28% APR, $30 every, you know, overdraft and all this other crazy stuff, where literally they're making money from you using money that you can't afford to have in the first place. And this is not a diss towards credit cards. Trust and believe that. Credit cards are actually a powerful tool for building wealth if used responsibly. But the average person, especially if your credit score is below 600, no. You're probably not using your credit cards responsibly. You're probably not investing in your brand. You're probably not investing in some coaching. You're probably not investing in mentoring. You're probably not investing in masterminds. You're probably not going out here networking. You're probably not investing in those productive things, resources, and activities that are going to have produced some results in your life. Thus, you're just out here frivolously overspending. Oh, I'm going to go on a cruise. Oh, I'm going to go on a trip. Oh, I'm going to buy some new weave. Oh, this, oh, that. You're just out here overspending, just spending your money because, I mean, like, your situation is so bad, you're like, you know, whatever. Oh, well, it's not going to get any better, so I might as well just spend my money. And a lot of people have that mentality. You know, even if it's just at a subconscious level, a lot of people just truly don't believe that they can, you know, do anything about their situation. But perception is reality. So if you perceive yourself to be a loser, ta-da, it's Disney magic. You're a loser. I'm just being honest. That's just how it goes. And again, I told you we was getting into some psychology because this is mental. This is mental. You have to get your mind right. As a man thinketh, so does he. You know, life is all about the actions that you take, but thoughts precede actions. So you have to think better in order to do better. So stop overspending, stop focusing on, you know, that instant gratification. Get out of that popcorn movie theater, popcorn microwave mentality of having to have everything right now, this very second, this very moment. Get out there and do something productive with your money. It's not hard. Yeah, I had a brain fart. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Do better with your money. Be more responsible. Stop overspending. Think about what I said. Seriously. And you might not even notice it, but there's a lot of things that add up very quickly that you're probably spending your money on that you don't need to. And if you're on a tight budget, you know what I'm saying? Analyze your budget. I'm kind of going into another topic, but I really want to drive this point home because I really, really want you to get this. You know what I'm saying? Look at where you're overspending and stop overspending stuff. Substitute some things. You don't have to completely change your lifestyle. If you like having your daily coffee, you don't need to go to Starbucks. You don't. You can make some great coffee at home. Go to the store, get some coffee, download Pinterest. There's great coffee recipes. There's a lot that you can do with coffee very easily to make it taste absolutely wonderful. And you can enjoy that every single day, guilt-free, you know? But overall, seriously, stop always just trying to consume. Stop just trying to experience and get out here and do something productive with your money. Stop overspending. Stop. stop it. Stop it. Okay? Thank you for tuning in. Check out my other videos. I told you every other day we were going to be right here on YouTube every other day. Check out my other videos. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, hey, yo, hit that like button. Hit it. Just hit it, even if you didn't like it. If you didn't like it, hit the like button. Yeah, if you got this far, hit the like button. Let me know.